The headphones that we have in our ears when we listen to stuff on our cell phones is not good. Because the electrical sound waves and the radiation is going into your brain, which doesn't do your brain any good. It's not healthy. Having headphones in your ears is not healthy for your brain. It's not healthy at all. Catch headaches, your head starts to hurt, and all these things. It's no good. And people don't have to believe me or believe this, but all this technology is not healthy for our minds, period. It's really not. So yes, it's no good. You start hearing things in your head that's not even really there, or you think you're going crazy and all these things. It's no good. We live our lives day to day. We live our lives every day. We don't know when heaven's calling us home, when paradise is on its way. What I mean is, we live our lives, there's so many things that we do during the day. You don't know, one minute you get run over by a car or whatever, something, and you're gone, you're out of here. The angels could be next to you, waiting to take you home, and to be with God. So in heaven, heaven is right here. We can't see it, but heaven is right here. It's here. It's all around us. Heaven is here. We're so distracted, and God says, those that are living in carnality and sin are going to perish. We don't know the meaning. God has blessed us with things, yes, absolutely, but we don't know the meaning of being ready. We don't know when God's going to snap his fingers and call us home. And that's it. And I just want to say the devil is not attacking the people he already has already. The devil is not wasting bullets on people he's already killed. He's aiming his bullets at the children of God, those who are truly walking with him, those that are truly renouncing evil spirits, those that are truly, operating in the Spirit of God. They're in the presence of God. They're stuck in prayer, trapped in the Word of God. And those are the people that the devil is attacking us. Okay? The devil has raised the heat up on us. Okay? And that's just the reality behind it. People get into this whole thing of, all this spirit of competition nonsense. People speaking in tongues, people preaching, people that have been baptized, you guys. If you don't speak in tongues, you're going to burn in hell. If you don't get baptized in water, you're going to go to hell. And the Bible mentions nothing like that at all, to be honest. The Bible doesn't mention nothing about that at all, period. And what I'm trying to say is this. Take someone that's not living in sin, right? They don't speak in tongues, never been baptized, none of that. So they're going to hell even though they're living a sin-free life, while the person that's living in sin, they're speaking in tongues, they're doing it, they've been baptized, they're preaching, they're doing everything, right? They're doing everything. When it's not even a salvation topic, it's not a salvation issue. You see how when pride comes in, people start to make it their so-called opinions a doctrine, when it's not. That's not a salvation thing. That's not a salvation topic at all. That's the most stupidest thing in the world that which you can ever hear. It doesn't make sense. It's not of the Lord. It's not of God at all. Someone that's sin-free, they're living for the Lord, they love God. They never done none of those things, spoken tongues, those are not even salvation issues. I don't get caught up in the times of where people are talking about these things. If you don't speak, it's so many things. Tradition, you gotta dress a certain way. God is not looking at all of that. He's looking at the heart. He's not looking at, it's very simple, salvation. If you have salvation, if you're maintaining, if God is helping you, my pearl is Jesus Christ. That's my pearl. And people are so caught up in all of this other stuff that has absolutely no sense at all. Whereas God's gonna judge them based on whether they were living for Him or living in sin, carnality. That's it. Alright? And for someone to say that you're going to burn in hell, even with this rapture nonsense, it doesn't matter, rapture, Jesus comes, a pre-rapture or post-trib, it doesn't matter. So how could people let the enemy divide us like this when this is not salvation? You know, people say, oh well, you know, if you don't believe in the pre-trib, God's gonna leave you behind. What? Really? You know, God's gonna take me out of here because you know why? Because I was living holy, and the difference is that you're not living holy, and you want the Lord to return. You're living in carnality. But I'm willing to die for my faith. But you're willing to try to run and escape and to hide because you're afraid. You're scared to die for your faith.